I really wanted part 2 to be, to involve...
We're diving headfirst into an insane celebrity tea involving Gigi Hadid, Selena Gomez, and Hailey Bieber that is literally breaking the internet into millions of tiny digital pieces right now. There are some wild, absolutely feral rumors circulating that supermodel Gigi Hadid secretly took Selena's side during Hailey Bieber's supposed breakdown, and that Kendall Jenner was so mad about it. Let's get into it. The Selena-Hailey feud background.
And thank you for doing this. You look gorgeous, obviously.
Hey!
Look at us two. We're a happy married family.
I don't know if I'm still over it yet.
Yes, bestie, you heard that right. Justin Bieber, who would go on to wife up Hailey Baldwin in 2018, was out here in 2015 saying he might not be over Selena. Well, if you've been living under a rock the size of Texas and somehow haven't seen the drama flooding your FYP, saturating your Instagram feed, and taking over literally every corner of Twitter X, there are absolutely rumors circulating that Gigi Hadid secretly took Selena's side during Hailey Bieber's supposed breakdown, and that Kendall Jenner was so mad about it. But are these actually stone-cold facts backed by receipts and evidence? Or is it just another chronically online theory created by bored stan accounts with too much time on their hands? First things first, we absolutely need a comprehensive, in-depth vibe check on the whole Selena-Hailey situation, because it's genuinely the messiest, most convoluted, most absolutely chaotic celebrity drama of our entire generation. This isn't just random celebs throwing casual shade in Instagram comments or subtle TikTok references. It's literally years of deeply interconnected relationships, calculated subtweets, strategic public appearances, carefully crafted PR statements, and the most intense stan wars that have had the internet in a parasocial chokehold. So let's get into this ridiculously complex timeline. We literally watched these two grow up in 4K, going from adorable Disney-era teenage sweethearts with baby faces and matching purple outfits to messy adult celebs with enough emotional baggage to fill an airport terminal during the holiday travel season. The Jelena saga had more plot twists than a Netflix original series trying desperately to get renewed for another season after they've already killed off the main character twice. They were constantly breaking up, getting back together, writing songs about each other, deleting Instagram posts, posting cryptic tweets, and giving interviews that were analyzed more thoroughly than ancient texts by biblical scholars. In May 2018, Jelena officially flopped for what seemed like the final time in their 8-year saga of makeups and breakups that gave us emotional whiplash, worse than any roller coaster ever built. Fast forward just 2 months to July 2018. I need you to really let that sink in deep into your brain cells. 2 months, like the amount of time it takes most of us to finally unpack a suitcase after a vacation, and Justin put a massive diamond ring on Hailey Baldwin's finger faster than you can say rebound relationship, or did he even have time to update his relationship status?
But I'm glad it worked out because she's an amazing, amazing, amazing person.
Yeah.
By September of that same year, they were literally husband and wife, signed the papers and everything, legally bound till death do them part. The timeline was giving major whiplash that could qualify for medical compensation in a class action lawsuit, and Selenators were fully convinced there had to be some romantic overlap, or that Justin was just rebounding harder than a basketball thrown by LeBron James directly at a concrete wall, and hadn't properly processed his 8 years of intense Selena feels. The math was simply not matching. The timing was more suspicious than finding glitter on your boyfriend's collar when you don't wear glitter, and the internet was having absolutely none of it. To be completely fair to Hailey, though, and we should always try to be fair even when the drama is this delicious, and we're tempted to pick sides like we're choosing teams in elementary school dodgeball, she's always maintained there was zero overlap with Selena's relationship. When she went on the Call Her Daddy podcast in 2022, which was a masterclass in addressing rumors head-on, rather than letting them fester like that science experiment you forgot in the back of your fridge, Hailey claimed there was all love between her and Selena and vehemently denied any messy timeline tea.
But I think I've endured so much disrespect, and I still do to this day, that there was like a part of me that was just like, another day, another negative slay.
But let's be so incredibly real right now. The stans were not having it. The parasocial relationships were given unhinged to levels previously unknown to mankind, like we're talking new heights of parasocial attachment that psychologists are probably studying right now for future textbooks. Fans were connecting dots that weren't even in the same dimension, creating conspiracy theories that would make actual conspiracy theorists say, hey, maybe that's a stretch. One of the first big feud moments that had everyone absolutely losing their collective collective minds and typing in all caps on every social media platform until their keyboard shortcuts permanently switched to caps lock was in October 2019, when Selena dropped her emotional banger, Lose You to Love Me, which everyone and their mother, grandmother, and distant cousins knew was about her final heartbreaking breakup with Justin. The lyrics were about as subtle as a neon sign in a pitch-black room, serving absolute vulnerability and raw emotion with lines like, "You promised the world," and "In 2 months you replaced us," which doesn't take a rocket scientist to decode the timeline. Like minutes after the song dropped, we're talking faster than you can say streaming numbers or add to playlist, Hailey posted an Instagram story playing Summer Walker's song, I'll Kill You. The timing was suspicious, and fans immediately went absolutely feral, claiming Hailey was threatening Selena for having the audacity to sing about her experiences with Justin. The internet's reaction was swift, brutal, and completely lacking in chill. Selena, showing the maturity and grace of someone who has been dealing with public scrutiny since she was basically a toddler, addressed the brewing drama in an Instagram live without naming names, basically asking fans to touch grass immediately, go outside, feel the sun on their faces, and not tear other women down over relationship drama that doesn't actually involve them and is none of their business. However, in January 2023, Hailey posted a now-deleted TikTok lip-syncing to audio saying, "And I'm not saying she deserved it, but God's timing is always right." This questionable TikTok happened right when Selena was dealing with vicious body-shaming trolls after some bikini pics surfaced, and fans were convinced Hailey was being shadier than a palm tree on a sunny day at the beach in the middle of summer. The coincidental timing set Stan Twitter ablaze faster than that one viral TikTok sound that gets stuck in your head for weeks and has you waking up at 3 a.m. with it playing on repeat in your brain. The mess continued to pile up higher than my online shopping orders when I discovered a new sale, when Selena posted a casual TikTok joking about accidentally over-laminating her eyebrows.
I accidentally laminated my brows too much.
A relatable beauty mishap that we've all experienced at least once when trying to follow a tutorial that looks deceptively simple. Literally hours later, as if coordinated by a PR team specializing in chaos and drama, manufacturing Hailey and Kylie Jenner shared a FaceTime screenshot zooming in on their eyebrows in a way that seems way too coincidental to be, well, coincidental, and had the timing of a Swiss watch. The math isn't matching for fans. The vibes were off like milk left out overnight, and internet detectives immediately called it mockery in 4K ultra high definition with surround sound. Kylie tried to clear the air saying it wasn't about Selena, and Selena agreed in the comments, but the damage was already cooked to a crisp, served, and eaten with a side of extra drama. Once the internet decides on a narrative, it's harder to change than your relationship status after a complicated breakup that involved shared pets, apartment leases, and Netflix accounts. By March 2023, the Stan Wars had gotten so incredibly toxic and out of hand that even casual observers were concerned about the mental health implications of such intense parasocial attachment. Selena had to hop on Instagram stories to address reports that Hailey was receiving actual death threats from overzealous fans, taking parasocial relationships to dangerous new heights that should honestly be studied by psychologists. She wrote with the seriousness the situation deserved, "Hailey Bieber reached out to me and let me know that she has been receiving death threats and such hateful negativity. This isn't what I stand for. No one should have to experience hate or bullying." Hailey thanked her for speaking out, showing a united front against the toxicity, and it seemed like the two were actually trying to squash any beef that the internet had created out of thin air, like a magician pulling a rabbit from a hat at a child's birthday party. It was one of those rare, mature moments in celebrity drama where the actual people involved seemed more reasonable than their fans, which honestly isn't that difficult considering some of the unhinged behavior we were witnessing online. This wasn't even remotely the first time they'd tried to show there was no actual bad blood flowing between them. No secret feud simmering below the surface. No catty remarks being exchanged behind closed doors. In October 2022, they literally posed for photos tog her at the Academy Museum Gala, smiling and looking friendly in what should have been the cat fights that were vibing with each other, and not secretly plotting each other's demise like characters in a teen drama written by someone who's never actually met a teenager. The photos were cute, they looked friendly, there was no obvious tension or side-eye, and it should have been case closed, detective work over, time to focus on other things like climate change or literally anything else more important. But the internet collectively has the attention span of a goldfish who's also scrolling through TikTok while watching Netflix with multiple tabs open, and rumors started flying again faster than you can say mental health awareness or parasocial relationships are unhealthy and should be examined by professionals. As recently as March 2025, Hailey reportedly liked a TikTok by creator Courtney Presto that dragged Selena and her fiancé Benny Blanco, calling them the worst.
Congratulations, obviously, on the album that just dropped, but congrats on the engagement as well.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
The creator claimed Hailey's like was basically the smoking gun confirming the feud was still cooking on high heat, like a pot about to boil over and burn your kitchen taken down. However, Hailey's team later denied this, saying the like was fabricated. But by then, the damage was already spreading across social media faster than a new filter that makes you look like you're actually getting 8 hours of sleep. An insider with supposed behind-the-scenes knowledge spilt to Radar Online that the feud just won't go away and called it an uncomfortable situation, though we should probably take anonymous sources with an entire salt shaker, not just a grain of salt, the whole container, because they're often just glorified rumor spreaders stirring the pot for views and engagement like a desperate TikToker trying to crack the algorithm by any means necessary. For all we know, the insider could be someone who once delivered coffee to Hailey's neighbor's dog walker's cousin's roommate and overheard half a phone conversation while standing in line at Starbucks. What's actually sending me to another dimension, possibly a parallel universe entirely, is that both women have consistently and repeatedly denied this whole feud narrative existence, as if they're fighting against a persistent internet urban legend that refuses to die like that rumor about alligators in the sewers. In a 2023 Bloomberg interview that didn't get nearly enough attention because it didn't fit the drama narrative that people wanted to believe, Hailey called it completely made up and dangerous, and criticized how the media loves pitting women against each other more than they love reporting actual news or doing literally anything productive for society. Period, queen. Go off. Say it louder for the people in the back who are still creating drama vision boards in their spare time, instead of working on their personal growth or developing an actual personality beyond stan culture. As mediator Damali Peterman intelligently told Rolling Stone in an analysis that deserves more attention than whatever clickbait headline is trending this week, these conflicts often come from the public's inherent need to pick sides, creating toxic femininity rather than actual beef between the women themselves. And that's on internalized misogyny that we need to unpack faster than the latest Shine order that arrived with 17 items you don't remember ordering. The patriarchy wins when women are pitted against each other over men, and this situation is a textbook example that should be studied in gender studies classes nationwide, at TED Talks, and in psychology seminars about how not to behave online. The fan-driven nature of this alleged feud is the real tea here that no one wants to acknowledge because it's less exciting than celebrity drama and forces us to look at our own toxic behavior online. TikTok users like Nuha El-Kwesni racked up millions of views dissecting the 2023 eyebrow drama with the dedication of someone writing a doctoral thesis on quantum physics, framing Hailey and friends as the mean girls of the situation, while positioning Selena as the innocent victim who could do no wrong. When Selena commented on these videos agreeing Hailey seemed shady, it added fuel to the already raging fire that was threatening to burn down the entire internet, though she later took a social media break, calling the whole situation silly in a moment of self-awareness that we should all aspire to and meditate on daily. We love a self-aware queen who knows when to step back from the drama and touch the grass. The whole situation is giving high school drama but making it Hollywood, with million-dollar contracts and global brands at stake instead of prom queen titles, and who gets to sit at the cool lunch table. The attempts by Selena and Hailey to show they're actually cool with each other get forgotten faster than last month's TikTok dance, when new tea drops on your For You page that's algorithmically designed to keep you engaged with the drama and scrolling until 3 a.m. when you have work in the morning. It's almost like social media platforms benefit from keeping this feud alive or something. Shocking, I know, that billion-dollar companies might profit from your unhealthy obsession with celebrity drama. Who could have possibly seen that coming? So how does Gigi Hadid fit into all this deeply unserious drama that has taken up more internet bandwidth? Gigi Hadid's connections to both camps.
So blown out that like it's just like your major eyes and you're not.
Gigi, a supermodel and fashion icon, has connections to both Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber through both professional and personal relationships, making her role in any alleged siding particularly complex. Gigi's friendship with Selena Gomez dates back several years. They were once considered friends and were part of Taylor Swift's broader squad in the mid-2010s. The two were spotted together at various events, and Gigi even posted a photo of Selena with Cully Smaller in 2015, indicating a friendly relationship at that time. However, Gigi's friendship with Hailey Bieber also runs deep. Gigi is reportedly one of Hailey's closest friends, a bond that strengthened around 2015 through mutual connections like Kendall Jenner. Their friendship has been publicly evident over the years, with Gigi showing support for Hailey on multiple occasions. One notable instance occurred in 2020 when Gigi tweeted a message of support for Justin Bieber after his Lyme disease diagnosis. This show of support drew backlash from Selena and Taylor Swift fans, leading Gigi to delete the tweet. Hadid, an early indication of how her position between these friendship groups created delicate situations for her to navigate. More recently, in December 2024, Hailey attended the opening of Gigi's guest-in-residence store in Los Angeles, marking Hailey's first public event since giving birth to her son, Jack Blues. This appearance underscored their continuing close friendship, but what complicates this story even further are the romantic connections that intertwine these women's lives. The most significant overlap involves Zayn Malik, the former One Direction singer who was in an on-and-off relationship with Gigi from 2015 to 2021. The couple welcomed a daughter, Kai, in September 2020, but ultimately split in October 2021 following a reported altercation between Zayn and Gigi's mother, Yolanda Hadid. The Zayn connection became particularly relevant in March 2023, when rumors surfaced that Selena Gomez and Zayn Malik were dating after they were spotted having dinner together in New York City. Eyewitness accounts, including a TikTok post from a restaurant hostess, claimed they were holding hands and kissing in Soho. On March 23, 2023, these rumors gained traction because Gomez had previously expressed interest in Zayn. In a 2010 red carpet interview, she named Malik as the One Direction member she'd most want to kiss, and in a 2016 InStyle UK interview, she jokingly said she'd be open to dating him. So how did Gigi react to the news that her ex and the father of her child might be dating Selena Gomez? According to sources close to Hadid, she had no problem whatsoever with Malik dating Gomez, as long as he remained a stable and good co-parent to their daughter Kai. A source told Us Weekly in March 2023, Gigi has moved on and is having fun, noting her rumored link to Leonardo DiCaprio at the time. Gigi's supportive stance was described as classy and pragmatic, focusing on co-parenting rather than romantic rivalry. This reaction seems to contradict the notion that Gigi would have been upset about Selena dating Zayn, which makes the claim in our title that Gigi sided with Selena all the more puzzling. The plot thickened in June 2023 when fans noticed that Selena unfollowed Zayn Malik, Gigi Hadid, Bella Hadid, and Dua Lipa on Instagram. Days later, Gigi unfollowed Selena, fueling speculation of a falling out. However, a source close to Selena told people that there were absolutely no hard feelings and no feud, suggesting the unfollows were not personal. Around the same time, Selena publicly declared herself single in a TikTok video filmed at a soccer game, shouting, "I'm single, I'm just a little high maintenance." This seemed to put an end to the Zayn dating rum rumors, though the Instagram drama continued to fuel speculation about tensions between Selena and the Hadid sisters. There's another romantic connection that indirectly links Gigi Hadid and Selena Gomez, The Weeknd, Abel Tesfaye. While Gigi herself was not romantically linked to The Weeknd, her sister Bella Hadid dated him on and off from 2015 to 2019. During one of their breaks in 2016, The Weeknd began dating Selena Gomez, which reportedly caused tension, as Bella felt Selena had broken the girl code. Gomez and The Weeknd were together from January to October 2017, going public at the 2017 Met Gala. Their relationship ended due to distance and scheduling conflicts, with Gomez describing it as amicable and saying they remained best friends. While Gigi wasn't directly involved in this particular romantic triangle, her close relationship with her sister Bella meant she was part of the narrative by association. This added another layer of complexity to her connections with Selena. There's also a lesser-known potential overlap involving Samuel Crost, a fashion executive and friend of Gigi Hadid. Gomez was rumored to have dated Crost in 2015, with paparazzi capturing them holding hands and Crost appearing on Gomez's Instagram. In 2016, Crost confirmed their past relationship in a deleted Instagram post, writing, "Selena is a real girl with a real heart and real feelings. I love you, Selly." Later, in April 2019, Hadid was spotted with Crost in New York, prompting tabloid reports that he was her mystery man and implying a romantic link. Hadid swiftly denied these rumors on Twitter, stating, "If you outlets are going to continue writing BS headlines every time I'm seen with a friend of the male gender, then there's going to be a lot of unneeded confusion." Despite all these interconnections, there's surprisingly little evidence of direct conflict between Gigi and Selena. In fact, in November 2023, Gigi was photographed dining with Selena, Taylor Swift, Sophie Turner, and Brittany Mahomes in New York, suggesting they were still on friendly terms publicly, though some criticized Gigi for associating with Selena, who had been silent or vague on the Gaza conflict, unlike Gigi's vocal advocacy. So what about the claim that Gigi secretly sided with Selena during Hailey's supposed breakdown, and was Kendall Jenner really furious about it? Let's examine what the evidence actually shows. Debunking the claims. What really happened? First of all, this narrative seems to have originated from classic tabloid-style gossip, amplified by fan theories on social media platforms like Twitter, now X, and TikTok. These platforms are literally breeding grounds for unverified celebrity drama, especially involving Selena, Hailey, and the Jenner sisters, because of their connections to Justin Bieber. When we look at the sources reporting this alleged drama, it's mostly gossip sites, stan accounts, and entertainment outlets that rely on those shady, anonymous sources close to the situation, who could literally be anyone with a phone and an imagination. For instance, a 2023 article mentioned Hadid unfollowing Hailey on Instagram, which fans connected to Gomez drama, but there was zero confirmation this was Gigi taking sides in anything. X is flooded with posts amping up the drama, with users sharing screenshots of alleged social media activity and making wild claims about secret alliances. These posts almost always come from unverified accounts and stan pages rather than reliable sources. One post from 2024 claimed Hadid was Team Selena because of a vague Instagram story, but provided zero actual proof. Another post speculated Kendall was angry based solely on her silence about the situation, which is literally just making stuff up. The whole narrative is built on cherry-picked social media interactions and assumptions about these celebrities' personal relationships. In reality, celebs like Gigi often follow or unfollow accounts for a million different reasons that have nothing to do with taking sides in public feuds. The dramatic phrases like breakdown and furious are just clickbait terms designed to grab attention, not describe what's actually going on. Without any direct statements from Gigi, Selena, Hailey, or Kendall about this specific situation, the story remains pure speculation. What's even more telling is the evidence that directly contradicts this narrative. Both Hailey and Selena have publicly called for an end to fan-driven hate. In 2023, Selena posted on Instagram asking fans to stop bullying Hailey, and Hailey thanked her for speaking up. This suggests they're actually on the same page, not feuding. Gigi has never made any public statement supporting Selena over Hailey or vice versa. Her social media and public appearances show she maintains connections with both women, and Kendall's silence on this issue is consistent with her general approach to staying out of public drama. There's literally zero evidence she was furious about anything. This whole situation fits into a larger pattern of celebrity gossip that thrives on fans' emotional investment in their faves' personal lives. The alleged Gomez-Hailey feud has been fueled by stan wars, where dedicated fan bases clash online and interpret neutral actions as major shade, creating a feedback loop where rumors gain traction regardless of facts. Media amplification is a huge part of this too. Tabloids and clickbait sites know these narratives drive major traffic, so they push them without fact-checking. Platforms like X and TikTok allow gossip to spread at warp speed, with users adding their own spicy interpretations. Hashtags like #SelenaVsHailey or #TeamSelena trend regularly, keeping the drama machine running even when there's nothing new to report. What's most important to understand is how these women are actually navigating their complex social and professional circles. Despite the narrative of non-stop tension, there are plenty of examples of them showing mutual respect and even friendliness. For example, when Justin Bieber announced his Lyme disease diagnosis in 2020, Hailey thanked Gigi for her support, and Gigi replied publicly. Though Gigi eventually deleted her tweet because Selena's fans were coming for her in the comments, this interaction shows that Gigi has tried to maintain positive relationships with both women while navigating the messy dynamics of their overlapping social circles. It's also important to note that this alleged feud has real consequences for the people involved. Hailey has opened up about experiencing PTSD and anxiety, partly because of online hate. Selena, who's been super transparent about her lupus and mental health struggles, has taken breaks from social media to protect her peace. Gigi, while less vocal about it, has kept a relatively low profile, likely to protect her privacy and focus on raising her daughter. This narrative also feeds into a broader cultural problem of pitting women against each other, especially over men. Hailey has directly called this out, saying in 2023 that the feud is not about pitting between two women, but about disgusting hatred fueled by false narratives. The involvement of other A-listers like Taylor Swift and the Kardashian-Jenner clan adds another dimension of Hollywood politics, where alliances and rivalries are constantly analyzed. Selena's friendship with Taylor and Hailey's connections to the Kardashian-Jenners might contribute to perceptions of division. So where do things stand now between all these ladies? As of April 2025, there's no credible confirmation of ongoing conflict between Selena and Hailey. Both have publicly supported each other at times, and their statements suggest they'd like to move past this narrative. Of course, fan speculation continues, keeping the feud alive in public discourse regardless of reality. Between Selena and Gigi, there's no evidence of any real beef. Yes, there were those 2023 Instagram unfollows, but sources denied any drama, and Selena's positive comments about Bella Hadid suggest no ill will toward the Hadid family. Between Gigi and Hailey, there's zero reported tension, and their shared social circles and public appearances indicate they're still on good terms. After after examining all the available evidence, or lack, thereof, it's pretty clear that the claim Gigi Hadid secretly sided with Selena Gomez during Hailey's breakdown, and Kendall was furious, is giving major fake news. It's built on fan speculation, vague social media activity, and clickbait reporting rather than anything substantial. The story keeps circulating because people are obsessed with celebrity feuds, but there's just no credible evidence backing it up. The tangled web of relationships and romantic histories between these women creates the perfect environment for speculation, but their actual interactions suggest way less drama than the headlines would have you believe. What's actually most telling about this whole situation is how consistently these women have tried to shut down the feud narratives surrounding them. Selena and Hailey have both asked fans to stop the online hate. Gigi has maintained professional relationships with everyone involved, and Kendall has stayed completely above the fray. Yet despite their efforts, the narrative keeps going, driven by stan culture, social media algorithms, and media outlets chasing engagement. This really speaks to a larger cultural problem of pitting successful women against each other and reducing their complex relationships to simplified catfights, usually centered around men. In reality, Gigi Hadid, Selena Gomez, Hailey Bieber, and Kendall Jenner are accomplished women navigating fame, personal relationships, and professional commitments in the public eye. Their interactions are bound to be complex and nuanced, not easily reduced to taking sides in some made-up feud. If you enjoyed watching this video and would love to keep exploring more exciting videos like this, then go ahead and click on any of the cards on your screen.